And we are live at 5:15/7:15 from the Piranha Pond. I want to welcome everybody to the StreamCast. I am, hold on a sec, you guys. I am your illustrious host, Kingfish Mac, joined as usual by the Piranhas in the pond. Down below me, never my foe, always my friend, my brother to the end, my boy, Mr. Frankly Non-Flyer. How you doing, brother? I had to mute your mic because we can hear your whole blunt works and everything.
Okay.
We can hear your blunt unfolding. I'm so not exaggerating.
The workings of the blunt, huh?
Workings of the bleezy, baby.
Yeah, y'all. I'm out the car, and shit, we finna get into it, y'all. Me and my inner blunt workings.
Also, down on the lower spectrum, my brother from another mother, Mr. Nick Nass. What's up, baby boy?
Man, changing my narrative every day, staying positive, you know.
Nigga said changing his whole narrative every
day. Every day. Got to get the writers in here.
Every fucking day. And y'all know what it is. Next to me, the best of me, my fellow Cancerian. Y'all know who brings the brightness and the beauty to the pond. My beautiful cousin, Miss Nick Mo. What's up, Shell?
We in here. Piranha strong.
We are definitely in the building. Definitely in the building, baby.
I'm looking for a more raw and uncut version of us. When we post, we live in the clubhouse, we getting it in.
That's right. Make sure everybody likes the videos. Join us on Clubhouse. We got a whole room over there, the Piranha Pond.
18 plus.
Yeah, jump in, become a member, follow the moderators and each other. Let's get this Clubhouse thing cracking and popping, y'all.
Oh yeah.
Right, well, let's jump right into it. Let me do this for y'all. How about we do this? Hot topic of the day. Shout out to my boy Choke No Joke. He been on the case.
Y'all can tell me how you feel. Now tell me how you feel.
I'm very happy for our client.
We're very, very happy for Cardi.
Did she get some side relief with this verdict?
I think this has taken a big weight off her shoulders. I think she's very grateful. I think she feels a lot of relief. And I think that,
Will Tasha K have to take down the videos?
So that's a decision that the court still has to make, and that'll be post-trial briefing.
That won't happen until February and March. Yeah. We'll brief it in February, and then there'll be a hearing in March.
Yeah.
Okay, and so just tell everybody what the outcome is with this trial.
So the jury awarded Cardi $1 million in general damages. They awarded $250,000 in medical expenses, and then today the jury came back with a punitive damages award of $1.5 million, $1 million against Tasha K individually, and $500,000 against her company, Kiwi Studios. And they also awarded our client $1.338 million in change in her legal expenses.
And at the end of the day, they found both Tasha K and Kiwi Studios liable on all counts.
Yes, liable on every count, jointly and severally liable on all counts.
But didn't $250,000 get reduced to $25,000?
That was a stipulation by the parties.
That's a stipulation by the parties.
This is going to.
All right, so here we are. Tasha K, of course, lost the lawsuit that we did a podcast on last week. Cardi B was victorious in her civil endeavor. jury awarded almost $4 million
Ah,
in general
yeah.
and punitive damages, as well as attorney's fees. Remember, I was saying that the attorney fees. I was saying that the attorney fees could be like $500,000, right? The attorney fees seem end up being 3 times that.
Right.
They saying uh,
I must admit, when we touched base on this other day, I thought that was that little funky ass 1 fucking million. I
Oh
didn't
no.
listen. So I did not know all that.
Ah.
I admit that. I'm sitting here like Kibble Studios ain't so fucking Kibble. I'm thinking she just, maybe I don't know what the fuck I'm thinking about her, but she obviously not small time like I fucking thought. If she got a whole fucking studio, she claiming and they held the studio liable, not just her, but the studio. Who's she affiliated with, Kid? You gotta get the backdrop on that. Kibble gotta be associated with somebody else.
I don't think that that's. I don't think that's what it is. I
She
don't think
goes.
that it's like a studio like
Nah,
Tyler
it's
Perry shit or no shit like that,
yeah,
right?
like an
I think
LLC
that's the
type of
LLC,
thing.
right?
Yeah.
Kibi Studios is her and her husband, and the content that they shoot. You know what I'm saying? Is they're
Okay.
doing it under the LLC as
So
opposed
you
to
don't
simply doing it as individuals, and then having themselves be liable. That's funny because we had a conversation about this on one of our Mind Your
proprietary shit.
Business Mondays. We're talking about liability, specific liability, general liability, personal liability, shit like that. And in this case, the courts made, or the jury made specific that they found both uh, Tasha K and Kibi Studios jointly and severally
Well,
liable for everything that this chick said.
everything.
So no way around it. You know what I'm saying? No way around, you know, having insurance. I don't know what insurance would pay for
When you
intentional
got
inflection.
food,
You
yeah.
know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like
Right.
you intentionally, caused this shit, right? You said it in court.
Right, right. I think the roles are different when you persecute yourself. Yeah.
Who would have thought
The
being messy
insurance
would
is
have
there
cost
for
you $4
because the
million?
insurance is because the insurance is there to fight stuff like this, but that's really legit, right?
Well, that
Like
yeah.
we might have said it, but we wasn't trying to. And so you got this team that does that. But like the exact same fucking case. But that it could have easily not been that case. Like you could have, it could not have been the rift. It could not have been the beef between them. Could not have been the I knew it, but I fucking said it anyway. It could have just really been like, hey, I reported this. I probably should have been better how I said that this is from a second source, not that it's just coming from me. But yeah, I said that I heard she had herpes because I did hear she had herpes. And so, but then your dumb ass come back and be like, yeah, but I knew she didn't have it. And I just figured just towards you,
But even in at that point, if that's the angle we were taking, we would have took it down at the first little shots
it
fired
wasn't,
warning at the cease and desist. We'd have took that shit down like, oh my
no,
bad.
no,
We
I
thought that
think
was
it
some
was
libels or
just
some real shit.
it was the nature and the stuff that she was okay with being so nonchalant about it. It wasn't just like, something about her record sales or maybe something like that. This was specifically something about, this was a like, personal issue with like her, just her, like
And damaging.
to put
And
that's what I'm
damaging.
saying, that, like just the ramifications from that, like, because let's be real, have Usher really came back from it? People just don't talk about it no more.
What, letting it burn? Oh no, from passing the stuff. I
So
remember that.
basically,
I
she
remember that.
went on to be like, she got this disease and hold on, and then like you said, and at the time when she did it, what she had did a video because I ended up reading that afterwards. Like that was a really video that she had did with like somebody else that was big as she was, and it was a raunchy scene. But then that shit came out, and it was like, what, it was like and I said that it was a lot of things that actually came from that to actually let that go and know that it wasn't fucking true.
Right.
Well, all I gotta say is,
Right.
say congratulations,
Oh,
lady, that you made up some. We got new case laws on the books now that people could go reference to. You know what I'm saying? So whatever it says. So if you even allegedly said somebody got Braille on their tools, you know what I'm saying?
Gotta pull on yourself by Braille. That's hilarious.
You know what I'm saying? That the bigger they are, the harder they fall. It don't care how big you are. So that just goes to show you that everything's now getting to where they hit you in the pockets. Cancel culture is on big. It's especially if you put falsehoods out there and not be accountable for the things that you are putting out. So I like how y'all said, because the LLC, limited liability corporation, cannot, they insured part is not coming over this, and personal. So
Oh,
C
she gonna
corp,
burn
whatever,
somebody up.
you know what I'm saying? So whatever it has in a timely manner, get this lady her money and we shall move on. But it changed the platform of media, because now they got a case they can refer to.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
it's gonna be parameters around, like I
Interviews and everything.
like at some point it must have been it, hold on, like for instance, take this whole I don't own the rights to this music.
Mm-hmm.
How big did that have to be that now just a fucking regular knowing Joe like you and me would, we don't know what may happen, but something fucking happened, so we gonna say this shit too. How big that had to get before everybody in the world started using that hashtag. I don't own the rights to the music. So at some point around the way, YouTube and them must have took like a regular hit, and it must have been like in the music department. The reason I said that is
I,
because people say they don't own the rights to the
I,
music, but also hold on, also I follow a couple of different like tarots and stuff like that, including the Rowway, my girl.
Throw away.
What's up, Ro?
Shout out to
But I
Ro.
have a couple of different tarots who are quick to, like, when they're in there reading, be like, oh shit, let me lower my music, because YouTube takes their videos down. So at one point, if that's gonna start crossing over to podcasts, like what we doing, like if somebody at YouTube looking at me and saying I'm doing too fucking much, and they gonna take it down?
I mean, they
Mm.
got the right to if we are doing too much. That
Or
is, but wait,
misrepresentation of it.
before I say that though, I heard that um it may be possible for them to go through YouTube also and sue YouTube for continuing to run the video, even knowing after now that, or allowing the video to be up, even knowing after now that she lied on stage about the content that she put out there.
So let me ask you something. What guns is YouTube sticking to that they really gonna ride this out until they made to take it down? Like, are they just trying to fall behind this because they want to be like it's freedom of speech, or they really don't
Right.
think he was wrong? So
Right.
they doing it
Right,
Right.
more for
but
the
they've
It's
freedom of
taken channels
expression
down
point
for
of view.
less.
Because I would
yeah.
think that YouTube would have been like, fuck, man, take that shit down. Like they holding on to it like it was the truth.
I think YouTube wanted for. See, it's a trip, right? The way that, because we argue it from two different points. We argue it from the point of view of what we feel is morally right, right? And so for the be kind of saying that shit about somebody or whatever and shit, right? You know, what Tasha K did was absolutely reprehensible in the minds of any reasonable individual and shit that has some care and humanity for the next person, right? In the terms of just from a business standpoint, right? Or from a First Amendment standpoint, right? You got to realize that YouTube is always kind of number one, willing to push the envelope on what is protected speech, except when they deem that your speech is unprotected, right? Because they're a private company, so they can shut your ass down when they want to.
Right.
Alex Jones, right?
Mm.
Fucking uh, 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 what's Brother Islam's name? Brother Islam, right?
Yeah,
Reza.
Reza Islam.
Rizza Islam, right? So they can shut you down when they want to shut you down. But in the case of this, right, where it was such a big issue and it reached the court system, I think that YouTube has kind of been on the side of let's see what happens, right?
Mm.
And now that what has happened, first of all, once it got to the court stage again, YouTube would have been taken aside if they would have said, we'll take the videos down, right? Because they
Mm-hmm.
had
So you
prior to
feel
that.
like that's how that would have went?
It's a federal case.
I think that it would have been terrible PR for YouTube in terms of the people that make YouTube go, which is us, the content creators.
Right.
Every content creator would have been like, what the fuck, right?
You're not gonna
So
stand
a big
behind
time
them.
celebrity, can file a lawsuit. You just pull a motherfucker's page. The question of whether you pull a motherfucker's page for violation of community standards doesn't even get to be in the conversation, right? Because now it becomes it's more political, right? And YouTube wants to remain as neutral as it can appear to be for the content creators who are generating billions of dollars and also making millions of dollars through YouTube, right?
And it's funny that you say that because they haven't once like had a bark in it. They just ain't took it down. Like they not fighting this for her. They're not even saying we
Well,
on her side. They're
they not,
just not taking it down.
they not
What I
gonna
was
So
put
going,
themselves in position to be
what I
sued.
was going to
just
say.
enough
So
not to pick a side, right?
where I was going with this is once you accept the idea that from a business point of view, YouTube is saying, well, we can't pick a side, right? We're not just gonna unilaterally ban the channel, make her take the videos down or nothing, because we didn't make her take the videos down until it got to the federal court level. And now that the case is over with, it's not really over with. There's still no order that's been signed, you know what I'm saying, directing anybody to do anything, right? Even
Differently again.
the verdict form on the money, that's not written in stone yet because it has to be signed by the judge and certified, right? Entered into the record. So YouTube can't do nothing right now anyway. And that's what the lawyer chick was saying when we
If
first started
YouTube
that video.
wishes to, right.
Right. She was saying, well, it's not even going to be before the judge until February to whatever, right? So they can't do nothing anyway. But here's the thing, right? I was tripping off of the way that we kind of the way we looked at this when we talked about it last week. And the way we were looking at it was if she loses, how much money will she be able to withstand? Nick, your ass is wheezing and some more shit. I had to turn your mic off to make sure it was you, bro.
What you mean?
Nigga, you sound
Breathing
like
kind of hard.
you sound like you snoring, nigga. To make sure you still woke around this bitch.
Like it's right under something because we hear you, like we hear your heartbeat because your beat is to the pulse of your heart. So we hear it. But we heard it last week. We heard it Thursday.
Right.
We hear it Thursday.
Anyway, when we were talking about it last week, what we were talking about was, okay, if she loses, and it looked like she was going to lose, how much was it going to cost her, and whether or not she was going to be able to write that check. And I think the consensus between all of us was that's a big fucking check to write, even at $2 million, whatever. Now we had double that, right? And I was doing the math on it. Here, let me do this. I'll do this.
You already said that 10,000 a week wasn't gonna swing it.
Who would have thought?
Right.
That being messy would have cost you so much money, though.
Okay, watch this. All right, here go the channelytics for her shit, right? Just look at the last 30 days, right? So she's got 2.93 million views on 13 videos, right? And that breaks down to like about 225,000 views per video, somewhere around in that area, right? So 225,000 views in YouTube. Let's just say if she's in the $3 range, right? The $3 AdSense range, which means that she would make $3 every 1,000 views, right? And she got 225,000 views average per video. That would give her about $700, close to 700, not even that much, not even $700, like 670 something bucks, right? Per video that she's making. How the fuck do you pay $4
Right.
million and you making $700 a video. How many videos do you got to make a week? And Tasha K is only going up. Like she got 13 videos in the last 30 days. You know what I'm saying? That's a video every, 2.5 days.
Well, Keith, it's ironic you said that because her statement to the whoever was talking to him was like how she addressed her people as winos and whatnot. We got back to work. We got work to do because bitch, you got to
So,
pay off this fucking number.
so now here's the
Man.
funny shit, right? So I was watching something today when kind of getting prepared for this podcast, and something that struck me was someone that said something about the IRS, and so I looked it up, and I saw that both Choke and Byron, whatever his name is, they had the only two dudes that's really been in the courtroom reporting this shit, right, every day. They both had said early in the game that the IRS is in here, IRS agents is in here taking notes, right? And so I started thinking about that shit, right? I was like, well, the IRS is taking notes. What's up with that? Well, then it comes out that this girl ain't paid. She hasn't filed a tax return in the past either 2 or 3 years, right? But really, since this shit happened, and really since she kind of blew up, you haven't filed a tax return. The IRS is in there taking notes. And I'm saying, what would they be taking notes on? Because remember, we don't got no transcripts. We just got two brothers that's sitting in the court coming out telling us what's been said about the testimony. And they're not telling us everything. And they probably wouldn't even understand the significance if the Cardi B's attorney is asking her financial questions. How much did you make? What was your quarterly reports for this? Your quarterly receipts? What was your ROI? How much did you have invested in various different expenses? You know what I'm saying? Things that the court and the jury are the moving attorney would want the jury to know, to give them an idea of the kind of money that this woman has made in the last couple of years, so that the judgment can be appropriate to the money that she made, right? So I'm thinking about this from the IRS's perspective, right? And so I say to myself, okay, well, shit, at $700 a video, even at $2 million, you're going to be washed up. Plus, you're going to have to make a deal with the IRS. They want theirs first, right? Before fucking judgment. You know what I'm saying? We're going to put a lien on whatever bank accounts you got going on before they even enter a judgment, right?
Then she gonna get
Then I thought about this, right? Because I read somewhere else that she had filed, her and her husband had filed for either Chapter 11 or Chapter 7, one of the chapter bankruptcies, right? As both the LLC and individually. And I said to myself, okay, they're trying to put protection on their ass, but they don't understand that judgments are not protection proof. Like, you can't get no fucking bankruptcy protection against a fucking court judgment. You owe that. You got to pay that, right? They gonna get their bread. All that going to fucking the court. A court judgment is not a creditor. It's a judgment. You know what I'm saying? Bankruptcy is about alleviating the pressure from your creditors. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. It's a different type of. That's more like a restitution, right?
So yeah, so you can go to bankruptcy court and realign your whole financial shit, right? And have one particular creditor pay off everybody else, and now you just got one payment, and stretch it out so that it kind of fits your budget or whatever. But a judgment don't got fuck to do with that, right?
You gotta bring it on.
You got to pay that. So I kept saying, well, how the fuck is she gonna pay that? And then I thought about this. Here, let's do the math. So you got 1 million subscribers. So even if we'll say 10%, she got 1,300,000 subscribers right now today, right? Because I was thinking, what if they take her YouTube channel, right? What are you going to do? How do you generate any bread? And then I heard in the video that she's got an app and she's on Patreon. So if she goes on live right now tonight and says, look, they're talking about taking the YouTube channel, fuck YouTube, come on, winos, I need y'all over on Patreon, it's $5 a month. She got 1 million subscribers. let's say 10%, 100,000 subscribers come over there at $5 a month. That's a $500,000 a month in subscriptions that you can just do your fucking podcast and talk your shit and still be Tasha K and some more shit. And we're not even counting the app money. See, we've been looking at it from the perspective of what YouTube pays you and what a YouTuber, what kind of revenue a YouTuber is making. But there's all kind of ancillary revenue that comes from the followers. Remember when we were talking about business one time, we were saying that um, all these different social apps and shit, right? And fucking Google, YouTube, everything is at your fingertips and it's free. But it's not free because you're the actual product, right?
If you don't
It
produce,
ain't
you don't make money, right?
right. This videos ain't the product. The video is just what gets you to, and you're the product. Your information is the
It's your
product.
content, right?
You feel what I'm saying? And so think about that same concept from the perspective of I got 1 million motherfuckers that will listen to me faithfully, and maybe 10% of them will invest $5 a month in me. Because right now it's 1 million motherfuckers watching for free because she don't do very much live streaming. So super chats and all that shit is out the window for her. She's surviving on whatever she sells and whatever other ancillary income she's getting outside of YouTube. But when you start thinking about it from the term of those kind of perspective numbers, $500,000 a month,
You got more money
$6 million a year. Now you get to talk about making a deal with the feds, get the IRS off your nuts, and make a deal, a payment plan to pay off this fucking debt, this $4 million. You know, give them 80,000 a month or whatever. You know, 10% of your gross or whatever the fuck, right? You make a deal where it really don't hurt you, and you don't get bust over the head for whatever you got in the bank right now. Plus, you know, you're not really you're not at the whim of YouTube.
So I have a question. It would appear that
Shout out to Tasha K. I'm gonna need my 6%.
it would appear that her celebrity ended up hurting her in the long run only because she became almost famous from that video.
She did become.
So it would have, that was her whole, I ain't gonna say claim to fame, but again, that sparked the shit, and it went on for so long. So I'm sorry. I said I was gonna say is that because it's been 3 years, her celebrity has grown more than when she came out, and it was because of that.
Right.
Most definitely. That's why she got bust over the head with 1.5 million in punitive damages.
Right. But I believe that she has well, first off, in all things going well, right? I believe that she may have a core cult following, but I don't believe that in knowing that she's willing to just spit whatever out there that comes out of her mouth or come to her head or whatever. It'll be kind of hard to get interviews from motherfuckers. I believe that she'll still bubulate, like she'll still do her thing, but there's so many people to get talk from in all those different realms that I think she gonna take a little hit. May not be a major hit, but I think she gonna take a hit.
I'm gonna be real
Well,
about
shit,
it.
I'm factoring in that she takes a super major hit. Like 90% of your followers say "fuck you."
Yeah, I could damn sure see that. I wouldn't be surprised.
If only 10% says, "Well, fuck it, we're gonna follow you to Patreon,"
right.
She eating way bigger than she eating on fucking YouTube at 700 video.
Right. That and it takes just to do that, just to take it to a platform like Patreon. Just to.
Yeah. Well, just like y'all said, at this point in the game.
Because 5 out of the 10 people gonna pay for her shit.
So like you said, whatever it was,
Netflix and don't even watch that shit every day.
Huh.
So now, since her word is where it came out in it came out in controversy, right? So as of these days, right, clout and controversy. Now you got content. You know what I'm saying? Because she could actually go on, use this as another platform, which she had to go through emotionally knowing that she put wrong information out here, she has to pay for it.
I don't think
You know
she
what I'm
feel
saying?
anything. I don't think she feel anything emotionally.
No, but I'm just saying.
Because
I'm
if
just
she
saying.
showed just a little bit, if she showed just a little bit of humility, she would have took the video down, and we would not be here.
But this is
shit. If she showed the tiniest bit of humility, she would have showed out on that motherfucking stand. That's the one place where you want to fucking at least button your shirt up and act
I
like
do
you got
it,
fucking sense.
but I figured till you get therapy.
This bitch was super ghetto on the motherfucking stand. Didn't give a fuck. Arguing with fucking lawyers and some more shit. Throwing her husband under the bus.
Throw the husband under the bus.
So,
That was
that's nothing on. I don't think that's gonna make it either.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
But
Depending on the dynamics,
I know.
I think it may change.
Depending on the dynamics.
That's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
the
The dynamics of the boy. That's all that better.
So I think
if her husband is smart and he watching our podcast right now, he'll go start the Patreon right now in his shit.
Mm-hmm. And his shit right quick.
Right in.
Right quick.
Partners in this
but let me ask you this though: how about the couples that get a podcast together? Is that something to think about in the future? That if your celebrity gets both of y'all celebrities gets that big from doing this, do you have insurance from shit from each other?
Well, you better get a Title C. You better get a Title C and a IRA account and separate y'all stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm not responsible for what comes out of her mouth or his mouth. You know what I'm saying? And get an LLC in the middle. You know?
Content want to turn that off.
Now this is.
I guess you would think in a perfect world you would work in a partnership and you wouldn't do some shit that may or may not put a partner under the bus, but.
No, it's two Rams up in there because both, you know what I'm saying, it seems like she want to be the boss and he needs to be the boss. And it's a conflict of interest now because now we see that her mouth and her she's not she's taking accountability that I'm just a hard head and I can say what the hell I want to say and drink. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even know her husband and he bitch made.
And look, and that's the thing right there. So it's a whole book that could be written off here. But it changes the whole platform of how we actually going to get down from this day forward. And I like how Keith brought it up in the Piranha, where the Palm brought it up, that this changes the landscape. So we don't have that real estate no more to even make this kind of adjustment, even if you get started out or whatever. It's millions of dollars that you're gonna get hit with.
I said you have to do better.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You know, so
do mine on the move right now.
Yeah. So the thing is,
but yes,
well,
it does
say hello to her pockets. Cardi B say hello to her pockets now.
Hello.
You know, and so if
we talked about it, Cardi could have came at it from so different angles, but she came at it as a business fucking woman. Okay, well, you gonna do this, and you know you cost me some money in my pockets, and I'm pretty sure it had to be enough because just that whole my husband might think I got herpes thing that never was a fucking problem for me with Cardi B and her husband. So it must have been hitting her some other kind of way. And bitch, it wasn't just your relationship or just your relationship with your child may see one day. If it ain't true, this ain't true. But it had to have hit her somewhat deep to be like, this worth my time to even taking this shit to court. Almost like Meghan Markle. It was worth her fucking time to sue that fucking British newspaper. It was worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't just fuck with you if it ain't worth it. You ain't. I'm gonna waste more money on court fees.
Yeah, because Carly could have taken it to the streets. She's from the streets, but she was like, I'm gonna hit you in your pockets.
Well,
because you actually taking money away from me.
It from the smart way. She didn't come at it ghetto bitch. She didn't come at it as just being like from the street. She came at it.
She acted like she got her teeth fixed.
She came at.
Yeah, she got.
She got her bag and got it. She said that you gonna get off of it. That's what you gonna do.
And she hit her with the cease and desist, and she ignored that shit.
She put that in the song. I got me a bag and got my teeth fixed. That way, motherfuckers can't never come back at her again. She said that.
Exactly.
I got my shit fixed. I got me a little money and I got my grill fixed.
That's what you're supposed to do. I get me a bag. I'm getting mine fixed too.
I did that.
Me too.
Yeah. So congratulations to Cardi B, fighting bringing up a fair case. We wouldn't call her a snitch, but she a whistleblower on people that's trying to put her name bad in the streets.
Oh,
you know
she's a whistleblower.
So
She's protecting her image. She's protecting her image, man. Ain't nothing whistleblowery about that. She did
You
what
know
she
what
was
I'm saying?
supposed
So,
to do, especially after Tasha K wanted to be
She
honorary and act
wasn't
like she
big
could just do
enough.
what she wanted to
She
do.
wasn't big enough to come after Cardi B. So that was to me, even though it took 3 years, it kind of was worth the wait. That
I
was
believe.
a case. That was an easy case to go after because she wasn't as big as her. She had got to a point in her career where she was a little bit more respected than she was when she had first came out. So
which
she could have been a little believable in court. It ain't like Cardi being caught in the worst conditions. Hell, she didn't perform at the fucking Grammy and Academy Awards. So she found out, but she do enough to stay within the good graces of white people.
well, allegedly, Jaguar Wright better watch out. She's
Hood girl
next.
made good. She a hood
You
girl
know what I'm
made
saying?
good.
So yeah,
Still better respect her
it,
gangster, goddamn
you know what I'm
it.
saying?
She's
Because
sending them young
she
lawyers after you.
yeah she's in the corporate level right now, and I
Tell you what,
and
Cardi has solidified herself. She says lyrics so what you hear her
boss.
say that ain't nobody else doing that. She
Yeah,
say some shit sometimes be like, ain't nobody else gonna say that. Ain't nobody else
yeah.
gonna admit that. Like,
Cardi
Cause
got bars
like
though.
she's
While y'all bullshitting, people be hating. I've been on her since Red Bars.
right, like everybody, it ain't for everybody. You damn sure ain't, and you damn sure ain't gonna admit it if you doing it. So she kind of go all the way
That
out there, she
video
go
came
all
out.
the
I was
way.
like, this little motherfucker really can rap, like for
Yeah, she
real,
be
for
Yeah,
spitting
that's
real.
her
what I'm
ass
saying.
off.
She actually, and then when I heard she was rapping with like even when she was doing those songs with Quavo and other people, like she was writing her parts. I was like, oh, see,
well
Yeah,
now
she
I'm a
she's
do
a
big
be
fan of
mother.
spitting her
motorsport.
ass off.
She's a mother and a business person and a brand now. So better not mess with her money because she gonna come
And like
after
I
you.
said, as raunchy as
Yeah.
her music is, she's been invited numerous times to perform at people award shows.
What
And this lets you know she getting them billboard numbers some type of way that they actually want her to perform.
but
Hey,
now
shout out to
y'all
Mama now.
They
What
ain't
up?
getting
now you
Mama.
can say
out.
she's certified handling businesswoman, entertainer, mother,
This
businesswoman,
ain't the
and
spot.
protecting her whole. She's been a lioness and protecting her whole everything. So whoever want to come for it and say stuff out the box, best believe she got that number that them lawyers on speed dial.
Damn.
So, so for me, right, this is a trip, right? I'm kind of split in the way that I feel about it. On the one hand, shout
Mm-hmm.
out to Cardi B. You
Shout
know what
out.
I'm saying? For defending her shit. Defending herself against such vile untruths, right? Especially since it was said for money. The other side of the game kind of comes from what Shell was asking earlier in terms of basically her taking the videos, Tasha K taking the videos down, or rather YouTube being forced by the federal courts to have her take the videos down, right? Because then what I'm kind of looking at is probably a very, very hard backlash from YouTube that would affect us as content creators, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I would much prefer for us to be diligent and careful about what we say about other people, right? In a public setting like what we on, and kind of be able to police ourselves, right? And even if we on some fuck shit, right? For another YouTuber to take a clip of some bullshit that I said that was factually incorrect and do a reaction video on it and tag us in that shit, call us out on it, right? I would
Mm-hmm.
prefer for that than for YouTube to consistently be making more or having more and more of a stranglehold on the type of content that creators can make. So,
So putting
what,
parameters around it. Yeah.
right. So, what I'm looking, the bad thing that's probably going to come out of this for us is that community guidelines is probably going to, community standards is probably going to
Update like a
change.
motherfucker.
They're going to be updated and they're going to be a lot tighter, I'm saying, as a result of this. And so we're going to have to be a lot more diligent about the shit that we say because we're a little fucking channel, right? We ain't got no fucking million subscribers. So we can't sustain no 4 point nothing million on a fucking defamation.
Mm.
But we don't
And
get
not even the millions, but because we're so small, right? And because of the way that the strike system works, and why I say so small is we don't have a YouTube rent, right? We're too small. We're not even monetized yet. So we don't have nobody that we can talk to. All we can do is send a fucking email. So we could wake up tomorrow and all four of us is locked out of the channel because there ain't no fucking channel. YouTube just got a bug up their ass about some shit that we said. We don't know what the fuck we said wrong. We ain't got no way to fucking defend against it. You know what I'm saying? And that's just it. Now imagine that shit and we getting 600 a fucking video.
Right.
Yeah.
We doing
That
2
Revenue
videos,
stream.
4 videos a week because all of us
it
got to
turns
eat.
into you should have fucking known better, or you should have
You
had
feel what I'm
somebody
saying?
advising you to fucking know better.
That's what I'm trying to say.
right.
You're a
Right
But I
now,
think
producer.
she did know, but
right now, the
Oh,
way that
Frank,
things are
stop.
set up with
I know.
community
I think she
standards,
didn't think it was gonna go the way that it went. Because
I
she
Wrong.
know
got
she.
she been in here for years, bro.
Oh,
Like
I
she
know
been
she
on
did.
YouTube before. Like she had to have known, especially after the cease and desist. Like she probably got many before and motherfuckers ain't followed through with them or whatever. But I don't think she think it was gonna go $4 million wrong, nigga. I just
It's
don't
her
think she did.
reality now. It's her reality now. She got hit in the pockets. Nobody
Yeah,
never did this before.
but
But
it's our
let's see if she
reality
can go.
too, though, Nick. It's not just her. Yeah, she got to pay. You know what I'm saying? But I think we gonna suffer, some residual motherfucking effects from this
Oh
case.
yeah.
Right,
It's
And,
being
set
content
precedence.
creator.
Case
and
law.
let's be real. These figures ain't just come out somebody ass. Somebody told them like what each individual account could be. So she always know it could be. And in doing that, she knew that it could be this amount, and she still chose to fuck off her testimony.
Right. That's
Yeah.
what
So I don't believe at 3 years into the game that she didn't have anybody that was telling her, but these punitive damages. Because any good lawyer would have told her what the fuck she was looking at in civil, criminal, this just anything punitive, whatever, medical
It's
expense.
purely.
So somebody told her what these breakdowns could fucking be. This wasn't exactly new to her. Maybe the amount, but she knew in
that's what I'm
those
saying.
categories that she could be helpful in all those fucking in all those in those categories. And then
That's pure.
she still did what she did on on her testimony. Yeah, I knew it was fucking wrong. I knew it wasn't the truth.
That's pure arrogance. That's arrogance right there. And it's like it never happened before to nobody else. You know what I'm saying? Because like if so, you know, it could have been with Michael Jackson. It could have been with said Prince or all these other people that they spoke on that saying that I got a monster tiger in my basement and I don't feed it, but I feed it whatever. You know what I'm saying?
But
Well, prove the point, and
a
it's
lot
proved
of
the
the
point.
stuff that people was reporting about those type of people was strictly like from other people, or they had sources, or the news, or some shit like that. It wasn't just motherfuckers sitting up there making up shit about Michael Jackson and Prince and all that. You know what I'm saying? Just to cause
Yeah,
controversy. They just waited
yeah.
for them to create their own controversy.
But the one thing when that video was struck me too, right? It's like, and she had to incur all doctor's costs. Cause if she were to even prove it that she didn't have nothing, just to save her brand or save her safe, you know what I'm saying, face, that she had to pay the medical costs too for the examinations and everything. Wow. So all the way around the board, Keith, you know about all the legal stuff more than we do, but we just getting educated. But we know about some stuff like if we had on the streets, we'll be liable for how much time or restitution we looking at. But when it came down to paying her doctor bills too, tested everybody and all the people she came with just to prove a point, got him.
Well, I was just looking at the numbers, right? So this shit, like I say, man, it far exceeds some Tasha K shit, right? So just according to mutual, according to the numbers, right? Just the bare numbers and AdSense dollars. Um, she got 193 million lifetime views on her channel. So that's divide that by 1,000 views because you're getting $3 per 1,000 views. You got 193,000 pay periods times 3 is $579,000 that she would have made straight off of AdSense dollars, right? Just off of what YouTube pays her, right? But let's double that. Let's put her in the $6 per fucking 1,000 view category. We're still only talking about, just over $1 million. You know what I'm saying? That total that she would have made from this channel. And they assessed her ass 4 times that. You know what I'm saying? Like, where's that money supposed to come from?
Nah, you gonna pull it out of her ass? Because they want her to give up a lot of fucking skrilla, but I don't see them tax returns don't equal that shit. Not even with fucking 2 stimulus.
So here, Matt, let me ask
now
you this, right?
Now I'm saying why she didn't do her tax returns, right? Because if you're saying $500,000, we'll just say $1 million. We'll just say $1 million. You made $1 million in the last 3 years. How much of that money did she blow through?
Before you touch base on it, let me ask you that. When they render a judgment like that and they start giving figures like that, is the system designed to like, okay, she doesn't have it and she never will, so she'll just be in debt for the rest of her life, or it's something she could afford? She just might be paying on it a long time. Is it like if she didn't have it to give, would that still be a number? That's what I'm asking.
A judgment, you're going to pay that motherfucker until it's satisfied or until you make a deal with the person that you owe the money to, that you're going to give them a lump sum and they're going to sign off that it's satisfied. And in the case of the fucking some situations like this where they're probably going to have some kind of arbiter that's going to come and collect the money, right? They're going to have some agency or another, because it ain't going to be, oh, Cardi B calls up Tasha K every month and tell her to send me where my motherfucking check at. Yeah. It ain't gonna be none of that, right?
Right.
And again, you got the IRS involved in this shit, right? And then judgments they qualify for offsets, right, for your tax refund shit.
Yeah. So who would be the main forensic attorney on this though? The government or
it's not
her
a district attorney?
I mean, the feds would be the forensic attorney that would actually say, hey, this is what she actually got, like all her assets and everything to say, because she's gonna get audited like a mud.
I don't know about all of that. She definitely probably is being audited right now.
Yeah.
By the real feds, right?
Yes.
Fucking IRS, right? The fucking Department of Treasury and Criminal Investigation Division. Right? And I'm just throwing her under the bus. I don't give a damn, because I think that, you make $500,000 and you don't file no tax return and shit, right? The feds don't look at that shit as tax avoidance. They look at that shit as tax evasion, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Fine line difference of shit. One, to get your ass some Wesley Snipes time, and the other just to get your ass fees and penalties, right?
Yeah. Now I could say this, right? So for all said and done, I'm just putting it out in the air like this, right? That if she said, Carly, you prove your point, you know what I'm saying? I'm taking accountability. Here, I got $400,000. Let it disappear.
No, we had already went to
Bitch, you should have did that when I told you to cease and desist.
You know what I'm saying?
That was a settlement.
Because money not tripping off for her little money.
That probably was a settlement. And that probably was even a second settlement once the trial started. It probably really was. But the whole way to get down the fucking video.
So she did a Jesse Smollett. It's like Jesse Smollett said, I'm gonna take it to court because my freedom of speech is gonna win. So I don't know if she was like that. She's like, well, let's full ride with it, because she was acting real bossy up there, thinking that she wasn't. And I know her mouth must have dropped when they said $4 million. If they said anything over $1 million, knowing that she don't got that in her real life.
So I mean, but Pete, you didn't answer my question. Is it like it, or did you like, even if you don't fucking have it, you will pay it for the rest of your life?
You owe the debt.
Yeah.
So they can render a judgment and you could not physically have the money. You might not have it in a long time, but you will continue to pay it until you do pay it off. So
watch this. 2 things, right? First thing is 50 Cent and Tierra Marie.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? That nigga's gonna be trying to get that shit forever, right?
Right.
And she don't got it, and he just keep going back to court, telling the court she ain't gave me my bread. They tack some more shit on, order her to do some shit. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. And that's in this case, right? Well, to answer Nick's question, which is a jump off to yours, uh, actually they can. You can actually make a settlement agreement after the verdict, right? Like to like I said, to dispense with the fucking with the debt, right? So you owe me 4 million. You come to me and you say you got two right now. Will I take the two right now? I might take it and leave you the fuck alone, right? Let you go ahead on and make your bread. In this case right here, Cardi B is not taking no deals. This is the time to be so petty.
Petty.
You know what I'm saying?
Petty
I
and
ain't
ready,
taking no
goddamn.
deal. I want a piece of your check every time you get a check.
Residuals.
For the rest of your public career.
Until you pay
Every
me
time
off
you
my
touch,
leg.
I touch. Every time you touch, I touch.
Then the attorney's gonna be on your head.
Wow.
Like I said, they're probably gonna have a mediator come in and probably consolidate the entire judgment, make it all one big lump sum as opposed to you owe this for this, you owe this for this, you owe this for this.
Concurrent.
All of them having to be discharged in chronological order or some bullshit like that. They'll just make it one lump sum payable to one particular agency, and that agency will disperse the money to where it's supposed to go. So the attorneys will get X amount, Cardi B will get X amount. Because like I said, I don't see her being able to just write no whole motherfucking check like that. And insurance, I don't give a fuck what you was bonded for. They would never cover this.
No.
Never.
They would never cover this.
So she
Costs too much.
better go get
They were like,
she better go get a GoFundMe.
You just wasted your premium every fucking year, and you been
Look,
25 years, we are not covering this.
If there was even a question that the insurance might be liable, they would have made you fucking make a deal before trial.
Right.
They would have negotiated the deal. They would have told Tasha K and her fucking bootleg ass attorney, shut the fuck up. We got this. And they would have pulled the big guns out.
Right.
Went to fucking Wall Street, met 4 attorneys. You know what I'm saying? That fucking shit you see on Suits.
And find out how much it's gonna cost to get this shit
building,
done.
You know what I'm saying?
Walk up.
Fucking glass fucking conference table with, a phone on each end. That, that shit would have jumped out.
But the thing is,
no.
What you say, Key? With what?
With this right here.
Oh no.
Yeah, this ain't going down.
This ain't that trial. Tasha K ain't that chick, right?
We ain't getting here. If you pay us insurance and Keena tell you, we as the insurance company is gonna be absolutely liable for this fuck shit that you didn't fucking put out in the atmosphere. We didn't say we're gonna fucking insure you against this shit. You absolutely got a fucking movable claim. We're gonna cut the deal, man. It's like an accident, right? Fucking insurance companies, once they know you rear-ended the motherfucker, they ain't taking that shit to trial.
They told her point blank, bitch, this shit we ain't covering.
Yeah, they said, you on your own, homegirl.
In your fucking trial, we ain't covering this shit. Good
luck.
luck.
Fucking with you. You on your own, mama. All the way
her life is in. Her life is in turmoil. She about to get divorced and everything separated.
If it was a question of that for show money coming from an insurance company, it wouldn't even been all this, right?
I would venture even so much to say that there probably was no insurance, no bond, nothing like that. Number one, she probably couldn't foresee anything like this happening. She just talks for a living. And secondly, she probably felt that because she had created an LLC, that it indemnified her from any personal liability. But of course, the court said, bitch, you fucking crazy, right? You said that.
And it's in her name.
We need all that.
Not only did you say that, you continually said that.
And you said it under oath that you said
it. and the thing is, right, she was so cocky with it that everything is in her name. So everything that's underwritten in her name is to be put upon her debt to this lady. So anything that's in her name, her house, cars.
So how long do you think her marriage will last after this?
It's
Well, I
over
think
with.
that's
It was over with before they went to court.
Already. And I already told you he a bitch ass nigga if he stay with her. So
You know what I'm saying? It was already over
Mm.
when they went to court. And he was like, "Hey, take that down,
A
or we're
whole
gonna
bitch
get
ass nigga
financial
though.
ruling."
wait, Shell. You mean to tell me this black man ain't supposed to believe and support the black woman?
first of all, he hold on.
But
That
First
bitch,
of
why?
that bitch
all,
ain't no real black woman.
listen, first
He
of all,
wasn't he supposed to hold that bus up?
first of
When he
all, he
supposed
knew
to
what
roll
the trial
that bus
was.
up?
So when they asked him something, and he said, "Nah, that was all her," and they came back and said, "Well, she said it was all you." Oh,
He's
okay.
a rat. He's
About
a
that.
rat.
No,
He's a rat. He just got 6'9".
he
He
threw
told
him
all
under
that.
the bus. Threw him under
Wow.
the bus.
She
Nick,
threw
he
him
a
under the bus
civilian.
first.
Him.
Nigga,
He a
I ain't had nothing to
civilian,
do
and
with
he
this.
swore to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but
He
the
threw
truth.
him under the
So
bus.
help you God. And I didn't do none of
And
this shit,
every
nigga. I
time
didn't
they
mention
came
Cardi
back
B and
to
none
me,
of
he
my
was
shit.
like, "I don't know what
Nigga.
the fuck she talking about."
That nigga's
That's
like,
what
I
she
don't
did.
Wow.
even have a fucking YouTube channel. I don't
Right,
know what
nigga. I
Your
didn't
name
say
is on
nothing
it.
about the woman, nigga. What
His
you
name is
mean?
on it.
No, it
His
ain't.
name is
His
on
name
it.
ain't on it.
no,
That's
that.
her shit.
Yeah.
I
He's
think
just
he
the
Yeah.
runs the
president.
camera. I think he runs the camera and shit like that, right?
He's the studio head, right? He's
Well, you
got the
can hear
studio, so
her.
the studio gets sued. Petty.
Mama said,
Hell
no,
no.
no, no.
It's all her.
No. Don't be blaming him. It's all on
Right?
her.
Right. He
Mama
didn't say
said
She
none of
grown.
that.
under the bus.
He
That
didn't
was
say
crazy.
shit. But he was supposed to hold that bus up like Superman, though, right? He a black man.
If
Hey,
if he was supposed to be saying something differently,
Careful now.
if
Careful.
he was supposed to be saying something differently, he definitely didn't get the memo. Because
Right?
the
right.
memo
He
would
didn't
have
have no
included
prep.
the guy, because the memo would have included a got a jail pass for me with I'm not going down for whatever could come from this. I'll hold on. You gonna say I didn't do it? I think he did it. I'm not necessarily gonna say I didn't do it. I'm gonna just stand there.
What did he have to gain for even saying anything? I wouldn't have been
See, that's what I'm saying. Was he supposed to just be like,
go
hmm,
down with her.
I plead the
just be
fifth.
like, hmm? Was he supposed to do that to leave it to? I mean, they had the burden of proof. They didn't. So
I don't
was
even live
that
in a
supposed
house
to be
with her.
a scenario to where he didn't exactly lie on himself, but he didn't say you was a liar at the same time? Like if all I'm saying is that if it was a
Hmm.
situation for your will to be grieved, they didn't get the WD-40 for him.
Right. Their whole pre-trial get together was fucked up. Like they didn't go into this with a plan on top of okay, so if they
They
ask
didn't
me
have no
this,
And in,
kind of plan
and
in
in
front of
right,
this
layman's
if they
nigga.
ask
terms,
me this,
and in
then I'm
layman's
gonna be
terms,
like, bitch,
he
oh,
didn't
you did
tell
that
him
shit.
what she was gonna be doing. There was no conversation about it. It wasn't if this shit go bad, how
Right.
much you gonna break
Right
me
over
off.
him. Right
If I
over him,
do
Mama
have to
Nell.
take one for your fucking ass, what's gonna be mine? There was no conversation about that. She just did that.
But do you
You know
think he's
what?
Yeah,
wrong
I
though?
think
Do
she
you
was
think he's wrong
freestyling.
because they're married?
I
Because that
think she
is
was
her husband.
freestyling all the time.
No,
On
knew
stand, on the
he knew
stand,
she
she had.
said that all
I don't
along.
think that she was prepped.
He was just
No,
there for the ride, Frank.
Right,
I
but
think
I'm saying in terms of
Oh,
protecting and
After
loving
Frank,
and all of this, you know
had
what I'm
that
saying?
shit on her show, there was nothing that he could do about that. That shit was already said. It was already on YouTube. It already had 5 fucking thousand hits. There was nothing that he could honestly come back and say from it. Now,
Yeah,
how she handled him from there would have behooved her if she wanted him to take one for the fucking team for her with
yeah,
the
but you don't
keyboard.
think he should have took
He
that hit
didn't.
though, because that's her husband. That's her
Well,
husband.
what about this, Frank? What if,
Did she care when
right
she fucked up the house?
here? Let me give y'all a color scenario, right? Because I mean, it's easy for us to think of him as a whole ass nigga. You testified against your wife, nigga, for whatever reason. But watch this. What if? Remember, there was a time right before the interview came out when her and Lovely T fell out publicly about this. What if behind the scenes? Because remember, she already admitted that she knew that it was a bullshit story. She knew the girl was lying. She believed that she was lying, but she put the shit
They're
out there
reporting it.
anyway.
Right.
What if
Jesse
her
Smollett.
husband was saying? What if that was a big ass argument in their house where this nigga was like, "You can't put that shit out there," and she was on some. It's my motherfucking channel, nigga. You can't tell me what the fuck content I run this motherfucking nigga. You don't do nothing but hold the camera, nigga. I write the content. I make these motherfucking decisions, and now you want this nigga to take that one for the team.
Right.
The one that he
Take
was
it
like,
on the
fuck,
chin.
don't do this. It's gonna turn out bad.
Right.
You said fuck him, and now you want this nigga to take the fucking heat for it.
Well, see, the fact that she said fuck me in the first place, I'd be like, well, what? Bitch, you know I don't touch no email. Nah, bro. Like, why you trying to do me?
But Keith is saying that in regards to you said that do her husband supposed to have some type of loyalty to her?
I was asking you as a black woman. I was asking you as a woman,
Uh-oh.
the only
This
woman in
don't
the
have
pond.
nothing to do about being a black woman.
Why not?
This ain't got
She
nothing to
is
do with
black.
that. This
Okay.
was more as a this. Hold on.
We're going back to the beginning.
This
We're
really
going back to the
wasn't
beginning.
racially motivated. This was supposed to be, bitch, I got your back and you got mine.
That's
No,
what I'm
so-
saying.
In which the conversation didn't happen. Now I know when you did it. Now when I know that you
benefits
did
some,
it,
though.
hold on. When you did it, it was bullshit. I knew you was bullshitting, but I couldn't do nothing. But you did it. So now everything that we do from here is a point from what you fucking did. You didn't consult me before you decided to go on air and fucking roll with the shit. You didn't think about the partnership then. But now you want me to fucking claim these emails. Fuck you.
So look. So my thing is, right, with all y'all saying, and
Hey, old girl said this about Cardi. When I go on my show today, I may or may not co-sign on it, even though I know it's not true. You know it's not true, and we say, "Babe, don't do it." And you be like, you know what? We talked about it. We said I wasn't gonna do it. That's not what's gonna be my hot topic today. As soon as the fuck you walk out on camera saying that's your hot topic, I'm like him, like fuck you. We talked about that shit. We were supposed to be a team. You chose to make the decision that you wasn't gonna stick it out with me like that. So now, no, I don't feel like I'm obligated to take the heat on your email, Frank.
So the thing is, so the thing is, right? It's a going back to the conversation we had a long time ago, right? So she demasculized this man, right? Then trying to hand it back to him when the times got hard, right? Because she's like, I'm the boss lady. I run the show. You ain't not, like Max said, you just hold the camera, right? But when it's time for her masculine energy to get sucked out of her, when she beating up on her chest, and it's like chicken giblets now, you know what I'm saying? Now she wants somebody to stand up. This dude is nowhere to be found. And yes, right? You just told him he was not a man. He don't have the testicular fortitude to fucking stand up and fight with you. But now you want him to come to your rescue. Rescue Ronnie has left the building, lady.
Okay.
So,
but what if it wasn't that type of situation? Suppose she
It
just
was.
sprung it on him.
Well, I don't think it was. I
don't think it was either. But yeah, I mean,
here's what I think
hypothetically.
happened. Here's what I think happened. I think they gave no fucking significance to the email question or the email scenario all the way back from when they did the deposition, right? Because deposition, you under oath. You locked in to whatever the fuck you say, but you do have the option under oath not to fucking ask. So it's just noted for the record, right? I think that at the time they did the deposition, I know for a fact that the husband said, I don't deal with no email shit. You know, I do whatever he said he did behind the scenes. But the email shit, he had definitively said that he did not deal with that.
That wasn't his name.
Then during the trial, while Tasha K was on the stand, she got hit with an email question and was scrambling because the email question, to my understanding, was whether or not she had gotten a fucking cease and desist, right? Whether she was aware of the cease and desist. She had said that she didn't never get it, right? And then they said, well, is this your email? And she says, well, yeah, this is my email. Okay, well, is this you corresponding, right, about the cease and desist back and forth with Cardi B's people? Well, no, that's not me. Well, who handles your email? I don't know. I don't handle it. Well, who handles it? Well, my husband does all that. So you
Wow.
fumble it, and then they bring him back. Now remember, the witnesses are not sitting in there listening to the other witnesses testify. He don't have no idea why they bring him back on the stand. Because I would, if I was the attorney, I would have brought him right back. Not no recess, not no lunch break, none of that shit. Get your ass right in this box right now. And I would have hit him with it. Hey, back in the, when we did the deposition, is this what you said? You said you don't deal with emails. What if I told you that Tasha K, your wife, said that you do deal with the emails, that you received the email, that you responded to the
Wow.
email, these emails with you? Shit, that wasn't me. Fuck you mean? Are you saying that she would be lying if she said that? Yeah, if she said that, she would be lying.
Divorce
So
in
that's
her
how
They
you
bring
eyes.
her
feel.
back.
So
Well,
that's
he
how you
said that
feel
you
it went.
lying. Is he lying or are you lying? Now are you committing perjury
Or you just telling the
First
truth.
48. The
or
first 48.
That's
Ratatouille.
why I
Or
said.
you just decide
Ratatouille.
not
That's why I
to like
said
First
he just
48.
popped that shit
you
on him.
gotta decide you ain't fucking do it. So you just like, no, I don't fucking deal with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you
I
don't put
think
it
she
off
got
on
caught
your
up like
husband.
that and shit. I ain't even a
That's her
fucking
arrogant
attorney and I
ways.
did that shit perfectly.
Right.
Yeah.
That was
Imagine the
You know what I'm
motherfucker
saying?
trained for
I was
that
rather
shit,
proud
right?
of you. Yeah.
Ratatouille. First 48.
But I'm
Case,
telling you, I don't believe she thought it was gonna go this
You're
way.
here. You had
I'm
Yeah,
your
telling
she
you,
didn't
she don't
think it was
believe
gonna
it.
go
I
that
don't think
far.
she thought it was gonna go this fucking far. I don't think she thought it was gonna go $4 million far. I don't think she thought it
this
was
is a
gonna go
good one.
like this.
Nonetheless, I think that is going to be a sticking point and an arguing point in their relationship. Remember, we do a relationship podcast. I think that as a black man and a black woman, I think that this is going to be a big obstacle in their marriage. And I don't think that they're going to be able to
come back.
overcome it.
Reconcile.
Me neither.
They can't reconcile
Simply
that.
because if we go by the
He could have did real
personality,
jail time behind that, right?
right?
Yeah, perjury. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's a crime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perjury?
Wrong. She gave zero fucks when she said she could have said anybody in her marketing, in her managing firm, and anybody, even her fucking niece who played with her fucking laptop after hours. She could have said anybody responding to that system to cease. But she specifically said my husband.
Yep. Trust
She
is
don't got no
shattered.
money for commissary.
Trust
She
is
don't got no
gone.
money
Yeah,
for
that's why here you
commissary.
go.
Trust is shattered.
I know you throw me
So
under the bus about
Loyalty.
anything. Yep.
not
for
only
real.
that, and because, like I said, because of the two personalities or what we get to see of them just through, well, shit, we know Tasha K's personality, but the velvetness of her
Yeah.
husband's,
Velvetiousness.
yeah, his velvet essence, right? The soft
Yeah.
ass motherfucker.
Soy sauce, baby.
Yeah, just based on those two personality characteristics, I would think that there is no understanding to be had. I think that her positioning is, nigga, you didn't have my back because you didn't take it on the chin. I think
Yeah.
that's what her position
Right.
is.
And his
And I think
position
his
is
position is, what am I really worth to this bitch?
right.
We
Right.
both gonna be in jail. That's what she already played. We both gonna be in jail, and my household just fell apart over your arrogantness.
So
You know what I'm saying? So
so
right there, their relationship is over with.
so
I
so
couldn't
we
even trust
feel
her or nothing.
so what we said
Period.
is that he feels well, she however it is that it would it would probably be more adequate to say that if it happened the way Keith said, and it was like, well, we bring you right back in, we got more questions about the email. And if the question was, proposed in such a way to, like Keith said, that, well, Tasha K, your wife said that you handled the emails. At that point, do you make the decision that I'm gonna go with this bitch on it or not?
Yeah,
So
no, you
that's
stick with
what
what
I'm
you stuck
saying.
I
with.
don't
That's
I
what
don't
you're
think that
saying.
a lawyer I don't think that a lawyer would say it that way. I
Right.
No,
think
no,
that
no,
they
no.
would
You
say,
wouldn't. But what
what
I'm
if?
saying is that no. What I'm saying is that automatically his position when he see what the fuck his cards have been laid in front of him. Like it's just been different. Like okay, we suspect you may be the one that answered the email. Like you said when you told the story, you said they said with Tasha K, your wife said that you. So
No,
when you
no. Listen, this is a real good. This is an important distinction. A lawyer wouldn't say your wife testified to that. A
Right.
police detective would say that trying to get a confession.
Okay.
What an attorney would say would be, is this what you said? Yes, this is what I said. Was this true? Yes, it's true. What if your wife had said something different? Would she be lying? Well, yeah, she would be lying if she said something different because there's no other way to answer that.
Right.
You
True.
feel what
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
saying? If you answer it in the only way that you can answer that and then the lawyer will beat your head in is if you said, well, she wouldn't say that.
How you
True.
Right.
know?
Because then you can't come back on
Cross
that.
exam.
Right.
Well, no, I'm saying that the lawyer would beat your head in because
Like, well, yeah,
you
she
can't
did.
speak to the mental state of your wife. You can't speak to what she would or wouldn't do.
Right.
Now you just
Exactly.
going on your love. And then I hammer that shit. What wouldn't your wife do? You know what I'm saying? In terms
To
of
wiggle
love
out of
you.
this.
What would you
Mm-hmm.
do to love your wife? You know, you would lie for her, wouldn't you? No, I wouldn't lie. Oh man, I box your
Yeah, you would.
motherfucking ass in
Right.
to the point where
Right.
you would be screaming, I ain't did shit. Y'all need to talk to her.
Right.
Oh, Mama Nell say, oh, yo. Oh, Mama Nell deep with this one. She said
There
he
she is.
always had her.
Okay.
She always had him in the back seat.
Yeah, she did though. She did
They
though.
put him in
It
the
took me a
Always
minute to
back.
had
realize
him
she
in
was
it.
married.
You hear that Tasha K husband? Fucking man up. That's
But
your
again though, it wasn't his
dumb
project.
ass
So
shit. Now y'all
it,
fucking paying all this goddamn fucking money because y'all married, so it's coming out your account too. Fuck wrong with you?
but it wasn't
The
his
women,
project though. I think he
the
just
women,
jumped in on some shit. You need a little help with this, I help you, blah 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 blah. And when she started, I don't think they joined into the whole Tasha K
Y'all can say it's
Wine
how y'all went down, but
Wednesdays
I have feeling it's how I went
at
down. Was like,
first.
you know what? Did nobody fucking tell you to say that shit? And now
but
we
you know
living
what?
with the ramifications and you did say that shit. And I don't feel like I need to be fucking loyal to you because you did some dumb shit.
Yeah,
She don't
because
respect that man.
at that point, you done fucked all the loyalty and trust of it. You just tried
But
to get
look,
me arrested.
The probability is like what me and Keith said, they don't have the money to pay all the fees. So basically y'all gonna be paying something out of y'all check for the rest of y'all fucking life, even y'all kids' lives.
well, you know what? I know
Unless they
one
do
thing.
something. Like I say, you got to take advantage of the opportunity right now before they shut your shit down. Right? Because they shut your shit down, you don't got no access to none of that million
Right.
motherfuckers.
Nothing.
So like he said, either you're
You
gonna
better
get
try to start
another,
moving
you're gonna
off
do
YouTube now.
another platform or something like Vimo or like you said,
Got
right?
to
You
go to
know,
Twitch,
Twitch, whatever.
somewhere.
Somewhere, right?
You gotta do something that's gonna be more monetizer and then not.
He
Even
better
in
go.
that
He better
fact,
go
you
do
got a
some
Go
whole.
to
1099
It
Patreon.
instead.
I'm
Even
sorry.
in that fact,
It wouldn't behoove you to do 15 fucking free channels.
right?
If
Even in
Well,
that
if
he
fact,
we
it
got.
had
would take a whole lot of
if we
videos
had
to pay that
100,000
$4 million off.
subscribers on YouTube, shit, we would be trying to get them motherfuckers on Patreon. We would YouTube for the free shit. You would get that shit like 3 days later, like the Joe Budden podcast. You get it in clips, but these live streams, the motherfuckers is coming straight across Patreon.
Right, right,
Five
So
and
dollars a
look,
whatever
month.
little
I
sponsors
Y'all
you
keep
get.
that in mind. $5 a month, 100,000 subscribers.
Y'all
Yeah,
ready
yeah.
to pay
But
for this
look, but
content? We wouldn't give a shit
look. My
what you
whole
did
thing is.
then.
You
So
know?
You wouldn't
all
be
I
on
gotta say,
Facebook.
what I gotta say on the final thing is that that dude is not Monique's husband, right? So if the thing is, he stand up for her and all the stuff, right? That whatever it is, this is a relationship is done for disaster, and sorry it had to come out like this way. Their house had to come to, to the live stage, just like she brought Cardi B's life to the live stage, right? So she got to deal with it because that's what caused destruction and separation when you do falsehoods. So
yeah.
it's one big lie should come to truth, and they both got hair in the pockets. So
You know what?
they might as well say he's not going to get no money, no palimony, or nothing in the divorce. They broke, so he could walk away with nothing, just like she walk away with nothing. So nothing split. Take
Following
it
Nick
as it is.
and following Nick in closing, I do believe that you can't can't do that shit. You got to think about what you're doing. You got to think about the players involved. Again, I don't. Again, if they were being she this to me, it's like a Travis Scott, but maybe a couple of notches down. You got like 15 people between you and the top, to where somebody should have told you that hey, the question could come up about the fucking email. If,
Well,
if your defense didn't prep you on those fucking emails after fucking Hillary Clinton and the email scandal, then something fucking wrong.
yeah, I
You
think
know,
it's something to say about her defense.
but with that being said, was that should have been a conversation that you and your fucking husband had, because there are laws in place that could have protected both of y'all with it if y'all would have ran with it. But you
Nepotism.
didn't, and here y'all are, and he just look like a whole ass nigga now, and you did that.
That's crazy. I don't think you look like a whole ass nigga. I think you was
I do.
right in all that shit.
He taking one on the chin for her dumb ass.
But he didn't though. He automatically was like, nah, I ain't answering no emails, man. That ain't got nothing to do with me. That ain't my business.
Back in the day,
Yeah.
took care of the street.
Man.
He
Yeah.
wouldn't have been here to fucking pay that money.
Wow.
I wouldn't yeah, I wouldn't be able to
And
hang with that,
taking other
man.
people out for less.
They gonna have to pay for that. And he gonna have to help. And that's crazy. He didn't do none of that shit.
Financial responsibility.
Right? He didn't do none of that shit. That's crazy.
Hope he had a prenup. And I don't believe in prenups.
Oh, okay. She already with it and shit. Son.
So no, she been had her Patreon though.
Yeah, she had been at a Patreon, but she ain't really been doing nothing with it. 14 videos.
But let's see. But hold on. But keep monitoring that shit though for the next month and a half and see. Because she said that let's get to work. So let's see. Because I guarantee you.
She don't show her followers.
The video could be about bullshit. But she gonna come out with something. She need that now. This is about to pay for her shit that she needs.
Well, she needs to get a GoFundMe now.
Her followers
will help her out.
Look, this shit is not looking like no 225,000 fucking views per video. Or whatever.
And the millions of YouTube people they ain't gonna make it over there. That Patreon, bro. You's a liar. You know what I'm saying? You's a liar. And the people know you's a liar.
15
You're not gonna get my money to pay your bills. Get my money to pay your lawsuit against Cardi B.
Let me stop pocket watching this lady.
I mean, we trying to figure it out. We are in the business, man. We ain't in the tea business, but we are in the business of YouTube. So all the information helps.
Thank you, Mama Nell. We're always trying to keep it real.
Thank you, Mother.
All right. Well, we've come to the end of another good one. As usual, I want to thank the Piranhas first and foremost. Shout out to y'all. Appreciate the efforts that you guys be putting in to try to make this shit grow. Also, shout out to the comment section. Mama Nell today doing her thing. I don't know what happened to Keena. Keena must be on the move. Shout out to everybody that joined us on Facebook and YouTube Live. Catch us on the replay. Leave a comment. They show up in real time. We always like that. Also, if you joined us on the Facebook side of the game, jump over to the YouTube side of the game. Give us a sub over there. Always helps with the algorithm, as well as if you're on Facebook or YouTube, jump over to Clubhouse. Check out the Piranha Pond room over on Clubhouse. We jump in there sporadically. You never know when the room is going to jump off. Jump in, become a member of the pond, follow the moderators, just us four and a couple other people. Pretty much that's it. You guys know what it is, what has been, what it was, what it always will be. We have been the Piranha Pond StreamCast live at 5. And now we are
out.